What's going on, Cultured Unplugged? Welcome back to another long-awaited episode. How long has it been? 3 weeks? Who's counting, right? So it's been some time, and I have some new subscribers. So I just want to say thank you for your support. Thank you. I'm humble enough to have you here. You have entered the best place on earth, right? So you are at Cultured Unplugged. This is your digital mentorship space. This is me as a Black brother, 30 something, sharing my, life tips, whatever's on my mind and whatever is going on. And you have decided to subscribe. So I thank you. If you are returning, thank you for always staying on top. Whenever I decide to drop a video, you are there. You're always checking in on the videos, leaving comments, asking questions. Putting whatever out there. So appreciate you supporting the channel. If you, again, to the new people, stay locked in with me. If you're new here on this video, you've never seen before, you'll definitely want to make sure that you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any video that I decide to put out there. Keep growing Cultured Unplugged. Make sure that you visit my new website, coveredandcultured.com, which we're going to be talking about heavily today because I had my first vendor experience. I want to talk about that and an upcoming vendor event that I have as well. So it's my first time kind of really getting out there, and I want to share with you some best practices and some tips that I'm sure you'll want to have for your vendor event. If you're a business owner, you want to be out there at the festivals and all that stuff. We'll get into all of that on this episode. So stay unplugged with me. Let's get it unplugged. So what's going on, y'all? So I am rocking my actual shirt that I created, Bajan and Brooklyn Ave. So AC3, the train lines, and this is like the flag colors of Barbados. And I was kind of going with it from a New York standpoint to kind of give the union of the culture of being from the West Indies or whatever you're from. 'Cause I have shirts and designs similar to this. Different flag colors, different, train line numbers. And so why this is special, this is, really known to New Yorkers, because New Yorkers, train lines, train style, all that stuff is very important for us. So, the number 2 train and, all these different things. So I wanted to create something that was a little unique, but, anyone could see off the bat and be like, yo, this is definitely me. You know what I mean? So I was raised in Brooklyn. Lived in New York until I was age 12, left New York in 2000, came to Virginia, long story, but never forgot where I came from. And so I wanted to develop Covered and Cultured to have different aspects to it. That's also a part of my life. And so I created this. And so I wanted to really kind of put it out there. And I have an event that I've got coming up July 8th, where I'm going to have my second official I would say my first official event, second event, but first official. And the reason why is a couple of weeks ago, I actually had a tent up, and I had my first products, which were some hats that I have. So I have hats that, different colors that has my brand on there, Covered and Cultured. And Covered and Cultured, just give you a little background. I talked about another video, but basically means to be spiritually protected, mentally explored. It's for someone who just, they love on God. They're protected in the spirit. They do their thing in life, and they're mentally explored, meaning they are untapped, limitless potential in knowledge and growth, right? So very special to me, and I've been kind of working on it and teetering on it for a while. So now we're just getting into the new steps. But I had never been in the place of someone who was selling as a vendor at an event until I actually went to my first one. It was kind of small, and I didn't sell but one thing. My first, sale, but I felt great about it, really. My first official sale using, up and running at an event. So There are many takeaways to it. And the first couple things, and I even had someone that was next to me who have done it, so many times, where she, has done festivals or certain events, and there's certain key takeaways that you gotta have, that I can tell you. So I had basically you start from the tent. So I bought a 10 by 10 canopy tent. I bought it on Amazon. I'll share also all of my recommendations are going to be in the description with my links. So if you want to buy something, you can go there. You could buy what you want that I used. Okay. But I also give you some tidbits on some things that I'm going to have, change as well going forward. So anyway, so I bought a canopy tent off of Amazon. I think it was like $147. And I also put some money up to basically getting started with also other devices as well. But the first thing I got, canopy tent. Need to have a tent. Reason why, when you're selling, you want to have it's like, your own mobile store. If you think about it that way, that's essentially what it is. You want to have something that you easily pull out. This thing came in, had its own packaging, so its own like mobile transport bag. So that was dope. Easy to set up, real sturdy, real durable, a great opportunity. Like first start, you want to have something like that. I invested in getting a banner. So I got a banner that has actually my face on it, and I went and did that through Etsy. So Etsy has great tools on there. If you want to have you're getting ready for your first vendor experience, you want to have things that are branded, right? So I have my whole banner, my whole business names on there, my face is on there. What's important for me though is more so the product sells it more, as far as but you want to have brand awareness, right? So I got that. So that I think was about $112. There's different people that can do those, and they can do it really quick. Some people have certain prices and certain differences. The key thing I realized also I did get, I also got a custom made tablecloth that is like the stretch kind, so you can really see the brand in its fullness. Why that was important for a lot of reasons. Branding. Also had my QR code up there. Etsy, you can get that done there as well. Some key things they also got. So when you're shopping nowadays, I'm sure you probably seen the Square. So this is the POS Square system that I got. I think I paid something like $239, something like that. I will put the link in the description so you will be able to get directly to it. But this thing is cool because it has the functionality to have the tap option. So the NFC tap option directly from the phone or the debit card can easily be tapped on here, and be able to take a sale, which is really dope. So me being able to turn it on as the button that's right here on the left side of the screen. Super simple, easy to set up once you're getting started. But one of the things that you're gonna make sure that you have as accompanying this, like pairing this together, is that you also include where you're gonna get your internet from. So I went ahead and invested through my own carrier, Verizon, and got a mobile hotspot. Need to have this. So if you're gonna do some type of sales where you want to make money, you got to have an internet source. You can use your phone as a personal hotspot, but you want your phone to be freed up. You don't really want to be focused on your phone having any issues, and you depending on making a sale and you can't do it, stalling an update as we speak. But this thing is cool too because it also has receipts, receipt paper, all that stuff is already built in, so you can start basically taking payment like right away. Really cool. So you need that. So you need to have a way to get paid. You got to have your roof, which is your tent, your canopy tent. You got to have your tablecloth. You also, my recommendation is to have basically a paper that has, or a flyer that has your forms of payment that you accept. So it could be like your QR code, all that stuff, information's on there. Highly recommend that. You can do that yourself. You can go through Canva, which is what I did. I had one created, it has my QR codes on there. It says scan here to make your payment if you want to do, through Cash App, somebody, another form of payment. You don't want to limit yourself from taking different kinds of payment, even cash, if I have to do cash, but I'd rather not. But yeah, so that's the cool thing about that. You want to have those things. The next thing is your power source. So because you're at a festival or an event where you're more than likely going to be outside, you want to have a resource that will keep you going in case you don't have power, in case you don't have lighting, in case any of those things happen. You don't want to limit yourself from those situations. So what I did is I went ahead and got a battery power, kind of like a small generator without gas, electric power station. It has everything on this thing. It's pretty dope. So it has an internal fan in here. You can lay your phone on the top. It has a flashlight joint, so flashlight. So the flashlight can be basically utilized if you need that. But this gives me an extra few hours of power, so it keeps stuff going. I have multiple plugins as well, including a whole outlet, where a plug can go into. So this is dope. You turn it on, it'll tell you the actual percentage of power you got left on here. I'd highly recommend this. I found this on Amazon as well. I don't remember the price of it off the top of my head, but I can tell you it is worth it. It's gonna be worth it for me because I like to. You don't want to be stranded, having to worry about your devices basically needing power. I'll tell you what was key. I was out there at the event from about 8 to about 6:30, and my mobile hotspot dropped to like 54%, of course, right? So you want to have something, you can start to dying on you. You want to have a backup, or a way to get power if you can't get power readily available. So that was one of the key takeaways. Another thing for me, what I noticed, I didn't sit down to so much per se. What I mean by that, I just was trying to really not just be behind the table. I want to make sure, because I have a clothing apparel brand, I wanted people don't know who I am. So the best way to counteract that is by basically holding your product, being out there, being in front of your table, being in front of your tent, not behind it actual, unless you got customers like waiting, they're trying to, that's a different story. But if you're nobody knows who you are or what you're selling, standing in front of the tent was important. I'm trying to think another thing I would say. So different situations, but you want to have a chair. You want to have something you can sit on, right? So for me, I had like a foldable, one of those, collapsible chairs. You can pull up on tents. You see them at camps. So you can just pull up anywhere. You got a chair you can sit on. Have something you can sit on. That was big key takeaway for me. I also brought music. I have my speakers. I have a JBL speaker. So JBL speaker, and I would just play music. You want to find ways, creative ways to attract customers to come to you. The best thing I can tell you is to have some music. Have a little dope playlist. Whatever your brand is or business, kind of make it synonymous to that music. If it's something like, you're a little artsy person, some jazz, something smooth, whatever. But you want to have something that, makes somebody just say, let me stop. Because I'll definitely have plans to pull up at, like the farmer's market, like one of those small business pop-ups and stuff like that. I'll be able to do that with my brand. So with this whole thing, I want to be able to people to stop by, ask questions. Great. I didn't get this yet, but you can do it as well. Getting one of those banner, like a whole banner, pop-up, pull-out banner. It has your name on it, your brand, all that stuff. I'd highly recommend it. I have already created a couple of designs for mine, but something that you probably want to go ahead and take a look at as well. Other thing too is lighting. You want to get battery operated string lights. Okay, so I'll have a description in there to talk about that as well. I got one off of Amazon, really not bad with the price. And it was like less than $15, but it's simple, you know, lighting. You don't have a source of lighting. Great source is to have some type of string lights. If it's dark, you are basically preparing yourself for about any condition, any situation that could arise with your brand being out there in the public like that at an event. You know, we have people coming in, coming out, you know, passing by, all that stuff. Making sure that you're ready to get paid, right? Making sure you're ready to get paid, making sure you have a way of, you know, housing your money. You know, I got a, like a fireproof, basically pouch, and it just, you know, locks in the money. If I got cash, something like that. I'm trying to give you all the nuggets, all the good gems, because I have, like, even down to like branding. I went to Sticker Mule and I got like holographic stickers, regular round stickers. It has my brand on there, Covered and Cultured. Yeah, so, and this actually wasn't a bad investment. It was like, I think like $150, $160 for, you know, a good amount of stickers, which was dope. But, you know, having that branding helps. My best recommendation for that's definitely would be go to Sticker Mule and get you some stickers, stickermule.com. I'm looking over at my area, like what else did I had end up getting. Oh, big takeaway too, I realized is I got, you're gonna need like some type of weights for your tent. So if it's like a windy day, something crazy going on, rain came out of nowhere, you don't want that tent coming off that ground unless you're ready to close it down. So best thing you can do is get you some weights. I'll actually have a link into the Amazon. I shop on Amazon for a lot, everything. Not only, you know, working for them, but I also support and buy too, because it has everything we need. So yeah, you can get these like 40-pound weights. It holds the actual canopy down, you know, no matter what, wind, all that stuff won't affect it unless it's like some kind of crazy tornado, but you won't be there. It's not highly likely for that to happen, right? So yeah. And then, of course, your inventory. So my inventory, like this is pretty much ready to go. I went on Alibaba and gotten custom stuff made. That's where I get and source all of my custom made stuff. If I need to have some inventory made, I would go there. Especially for everything you need. A lot of people buy, sell from Alibaba, put it on Amazon, put different companies like that. But definitely you want to find and source the right Alibaba manufacturer. I can get into a whole nother video separately about Alibaba because it's a whole lot, especially with trying to describe it, but I will leave that for another video. The main thing is having some place where you can store all of this stuff. I ended up ordering, it hasn't come in yet, but I ended up ordering a Tupperware, let's say Tupperware, but like a plastic organizer container. So it can contain all my inventory instead of it being in boxes. A smaller one to contain maybe some of the tools and resources that I need. So nothing gets lost, nothing gets damaged. You know what I mean? You want to take care of your stuff. You want to be able to identify where you can find your stuff. So having it organized is important. I also bought a 3-tier shelving that you can use with wheels on it, so that this way I have inventory already loaded on, and then basically a customer can come in. I can either pull something off of the shelf. Oh, you like that right there? Boom, let me go ahead and hook that up for you. Let me go ahead and give you that, you know. Or it becomes like a display thing, right? Then, or also having, if you're selling apparel like myself, then you can get like one of those garment rack, mobile garment rack type of thing that has wheels on and all that stuff. Yes, you'll want to get that. I actually got that. Got to put it together, but that's something that, you know, gonna be huge. And I saw other people who at the event also had as well. So big takeaways: gotta have a tent, gotta have your branding for your tablecloth. Oh, the biggest part of that also with a tablecloth, you gotta have a table. So you can get a 6-foot tablecloth. I bought one for like $75 on Amazon. I'm gonna give you a link so you can go also find that same one on Amazon. Everything's on there, but it's a really good, simple, foldable 6-foot table. It's plastic. I can set up shop anywhere. That's what's so dope about this whole Covenant Culture store, that I can go anywhere. I can set up shop. I have my tent, all that. But I took it a step further too. I went ahead and bought a custom made canopy tent. And so what does that mean? I got my actual brand name is all around the tent. It has my name on there, my website, the colors, the design, all that stuff I had designed using Fiverr. I had someone design create the concept, and then I had basically Alibaba, a manufacturer on Alibaba, put it together. If you buy a tent at most places, where you want all that kind of stuff, you're gonna pay, a lot of money, like over $2,500. But what they don't tell you, you can go to Alibaba and get it done. Get one for like $600, $655, including shipping. That's a big saver for me. It's the best investment for your business. If you're gonna be out there, you want branding, and you don't want to pay a whole lot, just kind of getting off the ground. I'm gonna push you in the right place. You gotta just go directly to Alibaba. If you want me to share with you, I'm sure you do. Where you can get that, let me know in the comment section. And as a matter of fact, I think this pretty much concludes. I think I giving you all the nuggets. Having music, entertainment for your customers to find you, your tent, having a power source, like a backup power source. You need your Square mobile POS system device, right? Gotta have that. Make sure that works. It comes with receipt paper, but buy some extra receipt paper so you can easily pop that in case you get low. So it just helps. And if they want email receipt, you can send that email as well. So much cool functionality with it. Sticker Mule for your custom branding, your mobile hotspot. Go through your mobile carrier, whoever they are, and get a separate device. We talked about the string lights. We talked about a lot. There's a lot into it, but for me, I'm even more excited. Even though I only sold one thing, my first event, official event, this next event, I'm most certain I'll be in a better position. I'll be in a better position to not only have just hats, but I'll also have much more. I have shirts, I have all that stuff, and I'll be better prepared to take customers. So make sure that you learn from my mistake and get the tools that I discussed. Check out some of those links of where I bought some of those items in the description section down there at the bottom. Stay unplugged with me by making sure that you subscribe and basically hit that notification bell. Also, let me know your questions. Let me know what you think about this video as it pertains to being at vendor events, as far as what you need, any questions you have for you if you're looking to get into being, taking your business to the next level and having your first vendor event, tent, and all that stuff. Just let me know what it is. I'll be gladly to help. And of course, visit covenantculture.com. Check out the link. One love to you all. Hope you do well, and we'll talk soon.